Good morning. This is Navy Old Salt Gamer. Remember to subscribe and like. I finished up Mimas pretty much, and I wanted to try some of the newer stuff that just came out in the patch. And somebody recommended I tried a modded world, so I'm going to do Baldur. Baldur's cold, as you see over here. You get relatively good solar power, low air pressure, cold, rocky. I did one quick run just to see what the world was like. I landed on it, but I didn't really do a whole lot. So we'll go through this together. But I get snowstorms, 1/4 gravity of Earth, so I gotta watch how I jump. And we'll do Prospector Valley. I like flatter places to play. Let's do that. I'm gonna do normal. I did Stationeers in my last one. All you do is you eat and drink more, go through air faster, and get stinky pants more often. And you know what? It just gets old after a while. I mean, you run outside, you do a little bit, you got to run back in, take your suit off, and replenish your air. Just a little too much sometimes. So we'll just do normal. And Baldur, normal, Baldur. I don't know how to pronounce it, but there you go. And let's start this and see where I end up here. Now I did notice that they have the lander full of food, so there's food on both sides, so that helps a little bit. So let's do 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, get everything called up. Did I do 3? No, I didn't. Okay. So let's pull the stuff out of the lander so I don't... Whoa, it's rolling. Don't leave that behind. Now I gotta find the big lander. Oh, there it is. Alright. So let's get started. First off, the construction... Is that it? Nope. That's it. Alright, so I'm gonna go up here. I'm gonna swap that out with frames. Those were frames, right? Yep. Swap that out with those. Swap that out with those. Put the shrink analyzer in there. I don't think I'm gonna need the pill. If I do, I'm in trouble. And I can take this, and that's good for now. Oh, what the heck, I'll take the other iron frames too. And the plastic sheets. Okay. So now let's see how we line up here. That's not actually that bad, is it? That's not too bad. I have enough to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 without hitting the lander. Yes, I do. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Okay, so I'm going to put down... And I'm going to enclose this whole thing. I usually don't start this way, but I am going to do that this time. Let's do... let's do 5 by 5. It's going to take a lot of air. But, you know, once you get the air in there... And they give you 2 air tanks in this one. I did notice that. So, there we go. There's my base. And you know what? I'm not going to screw around with this. I'm going to put the floor in so I can have a walking surface, and I am going to need one of the good batteries out of the electronics, because this is probably a small battery, and that is going to last all of 3 weld jobs, which I don't want to mess with that. Alright, so let's go over here. Like I said, I'm going to enclose this whole thing, so 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Now when you start a base, there's no kind of getting around this. And if you're doing a recording, you're thinking, I'm going to lose people because this is boring. Oop. Do not weld yourself into the floor. it will kill you, in case you didn't know that. Come on. It doesn't help to make it go any faster when you start screwing up the buttons like that, by not having your hand and fingers in the right spot. But, you know, to show people how to build a base, you kind of have to build the base. And people that have been doing this so long enough are now sitting there saying, when will this ever end? That's why I try to do things a little different. And this one I am going to do a little bit different. Iron frames. I got to put one for the door. One up here for the door, which will just magically float there until I'm done. I'm going to drop those. You know what? I take that back. I'm going to put one here so I can find it. Find the entrance. You'll see what I mean in a little bit. Put that down. Take these back. Do these two. Do those two. Do that one. That's good enough. Drop those. Drop those. Drop those. Combine those with this. And redrop those. And then break out the iron walls. Now I'm going to encase this in, well, the back part. We'll do 2 glass. 2 glass. Yes, because I want to have a good surface to put the power source on. And I know there's an easier way to do this, but I'm stupid. 1, 2. Okay, and I want to put glass here just because I can. Alright, so now I can drop those for a bit and put these. You know, I could put glass down there. But I want to put frames up here. So I have a good... I know that it used to be that way. I don't know if it still is. You had to have frames for your... Is that all of it? Frames for your, you know, your power stuff and things like that. So that's... Yeah, I could have put walls up here. Let's pick these walls. So I was mistaken. I can do walls here. Or glass. Oops, crap. It's just as fast for me to do this as it is to hit the other keys, because I can never remember what keys to hit. Okay. So there we go. Now, let's weld the top. Let's combine some of those. Get the welder again. Oops, in my hand. Guess what, guys? More welding. Yay! What's the battery doing? Ooh, it's red already. Holy cow. It's flashing. I'm not even gonna get... Think I'll make it? Nope. I got one more in here. Let's do this. And drop that. And I'll put that into charger as soon as I get things up and running here. I have one more. Yes, I do. And I'm going to have to go up to get it. We'll put that in there. Okay. Now this being a cold environment, by the way, let's see where the sun is going. Hard to tell. So right now, looking at the front door, it's right in front of me. You got to remember that. Luckily, that is most of the welding, most of it that I have to do. I need those. We'll put that away, and we'll walk around. Do that. That. All the way around. done. You can tell because the little hole is filled in case you didn't ever notice that. If you got an empty hole right there, that means there is no steel sheet in it. You have the little white bolt, I would call it, then you're good. And these are backwards. That's alright, I don't care. And we're going to do that one and that one. Okay, so then I also got to take walls, frames. Did I bring the other wall? Or is it in my hand? It's in my hand. So I want to put glass up here and we'll do it that way. Alright, so I think I'm done with the walls. We'll take the rest of those. I gotta save a couple of those, don't I? There's 16. 1, 2, that's 10. That'll be enough. Oh, I cannot use any more of my steel sheets. I could use a couple, but I don't think I'll need any of them until I bring the autolathe in. Don't need any of that. Not at the moment. I am looking for the glass and the construction material. There it is. Grab that. Alright, let's put the walls in here. The glass setup. One. Let's not miss any. That's good to do this during the daytime, at least for me. I like to do this in the daytime. I know a lot of people like to mine, but I'm always afraid that I'm going to forget a glass. And you can see the lines, so you know you're good. That one is backwards. That's kind of a pain in the butt. I don't know why I did those two that way. Okay, so all the walls are done. Done. Come on. Done. Come on. Done. 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 Okay, so do a quick double check here. Glass, 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 glass. Start at the door. Glass, 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 glass. Yep, 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 yep. Yep, 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 yep. Okay, so I didn't miss anything. So the sun goes across like that. So face, let's do it right now. The electronics, go up here, see what they gave me. Oh, 3 solar panels. Oh, that's not bad. And I'm going to bring the extra cable because I'll probably need it. Let's go up top here. Whoops, forgot there's no gravity. Whoa, holy cow. Wow. Okay, so put the solar across the front. And that's going to be kind of a pain. The mountain's going to be on the way for a little of it. That's the wind. And let's put the wind... let's put it back here. Just keep everything to one side, save a little wiring at the moment. Okay, so I can only go to there. 1, 2, 3. And then we'll put these and leave them this way because that will give me the most. 1, 2, grab them in here as tight as I can because I'll be adding more. Alright, and there's some wire. Well, it didn't quite line up that way, but that's okay. I should have just kept that there and done all these. And we'll do that now. Well, that one worked. And I'll go that. Oh! That way. That way. And then I'll put that in there. And this is the door. So we can come down right over here. Now I missed the sun. but I do have some wind, so I'll get some charging. Now let's try and put a few more of these in. Use jet. We'll go all the way down. Bring one inside here. That worked. And bring another one over here for the doors. That's good enough now. I don't know how I'm going to have everything laid out. Alright. So, let's find an atmospheric, survival, advanced airlock. So I'm just going to cut this thing down. Wrench it down. Alright. And bring that over to the door, so I don't have to keep running back and forth. Wow. Okay. Now, the doors first. I want to use composite doors so I don't have to worry about the crazy wiring. They are much kinder with the wiring than the other doors are. And now, since I have doors here, for you that don't know it, I have gravity. Don't ask me, it's just pure magic. You put doors on and you have gravity. Now the sensor. I don't like putting it on the floor, so I'm going to put it on the opposite side. You put it on the floor, you trip over it. It drives me nuts. Active vent. So I'll put one active vent here, that way. An active vent that way. And then I'll take the console. Should be able to put this right in the center of this. Just like that. And I'll, oof, oh wow. Okay. Take that. And I'll drop that in here. And I don't need this because they changed. That's one of the changes they did. You no longer need the data disk, at least not in the doors. So we'll put this one I can just set right like that. This one I can bring in here and we'll put like that just to give it one pipe. Now this is going to cool my room off because I do not at the moment have anything to insulate it with. But that's life in the big city. At the start of the game there's not much you can do about that. Alright, so those are piped up, so now I can just go, yeehaw! Need that. And that's everything out of there. So, let's name this. I don't have it made yet, but I can name it. That is the exterior composite door. The interior, not the 8, interior composite door. The exterior active vent? Nope, dummy. The interior, that could have been fun. Interior active vent and exterior active vent. And just in case I add more sensors on this network, we're going to call this gas sensor, so I can find it easier, airlock. Okay, that's all the naming I should do. Do I have room for that? Not really. Oof. Alright, so let's do plastic sheets. And the welder, I believe, is what I need. Yes. Okay, I don't need the plastic sheets anymore. Now I need that and the glass. So I'll get rid of that. Put the glass there. And I'm going to do that, force it open right away. Do that, force it open right away. I'm going to do that. Now I'll take the clippers. Let's take the full stack, just for the sake of taking the full stack. Now, let's do the outside here first so I can see what I'm doing. Down, down, over, over, down, connected. Let's bring the one inside. Alright, so now here I have to do a 4. Here I have to do a 4. Yes, because I gotta go to the other one. Here I can just do this. And there I can just do that. I do have to do that to go crossed. And then we'll do that. Now I need one more thing here someplace. And I gotta figure out where I'm gonna put it. Probably on the other side. Did I even bring them out yet? No.
Power low.
That's alright. Is this the electronics? It is. It's way up there at the top. Don't do that. Bring them back. No. I will put one of these. Yeah, I didn't do that the way I should have. Now that I'm thinking, I got a little ahead of myself. So let's put this there for the inside. Where do I want to put this one? Let's put it there. Drop it for a second. Not to see how this works here. Alright, so let's bring those over to there. Pick that up, set that. Not ideal. I'll probably move that in the long run, but that's okay for now. And then this would be now a 4. That will be like that, and that will be like that. Alright. So the first thing I want to do is open this over the crowbar. Put that dead, or mostly dead battery that I took out of the welder. Where did I throw it? Or did I, here it is. We'll put that in here and get that charging process started. Turn it on. And we do have a charge, so that's a good thing. And that'll be running the doors also once I get the glass on here. But I don't want to fire this up quite yet. I'll tell you why. Notice this air in here is minus 201 Celsius. And oh, I forgot one thing. And this is a long-term thing. I have to take these back apart. You cannot get the tanks through composite doors. And I may have to deconstruct them just a little bit further, which is okay. I want to bring both these, oxygen tanks in here. This is why I put this out front, because then you can see it. I can see now I'm over in front of the door. Can I get it through? Ooh, just barely. It will not fit unless you deconstruct it one level. And I'll take this one. Ooh. I have a question. Do I have a water tank? That could be an issue. I may have to get some water pretty quick here. Ooh. Ooh. I don't know. What else do I have a water tank? Is there a tank on this side? Yeah, there's the water tank. Thank you. We'll bring that in. Hey, it didn't throw it. Come on. Because I'm going to need that inside eventually, and if I redo the doors, that's going to be an issue. Alright, so we got the 2 tanks in here. The other tank is something I don't want to bring in anyway. Liquid nitrogen. I don't want to bring liquid nitrogen into my room. That, in my book, is a kaboom hazard. I put a small battery away, didn't I? Somewhere. There it is. Now I only have a certain amount of batteries right now, so I have to put a small one in there, which I know isn't ideal. And this isn't ideal either. No, I have it both charging. I sometimes do screwy things and set things off to charge off of a charger, which is not ideal. I don't like doing that. This one, at least I get the solar panels are both running down, charging both chargers at the same time. I'm not running a charger off a charger. This is annoying. Bye. Alright. What else do I want to bring on? I could just carry everything in at this point. Yeah, I think I will. I don't know. I don't know when. How do I disconnect it? Oh. Helps to have the wrench selected. What happens when you rush a little? Now, there's no real reason to rush. So far, this is kind of a relaxed starting world. I don't know how it'll end up, but it's starting out kind of relaxed. There's no real rush. I got the place built. I'm not going to bring that in. I'm just going to grab those two items. And how much room do I have? I'll grab what I can here. I don't need that. I'll take that. I'll take that, which I'm going to have to fly to get. I'll take that and that. Okay, I'm out of room. I'll take the flares and the pill. Stop doing that. Why is it doing that? Thank you. It was hitting R instead of E. Alright. So now let's dump some of this stuff. Now, the little messy at the beginning, but that's okay. G. Q. Drop that. Drop that. Drop that. Drop that. Drop that. Drop that. Yep, drop that. I'll drop that, but I got it out of, that has to go outside, but I'll drop it for now. And I can drop that. I'll hang on to that. Can I combine those yet? Not yet. And I can also drop those, because I don't need them anymore for now. I'm tripping over things. Do I have the panels lined up correctly? I don't have glass on the panels, do I? Doesn't look like I lost anything, because the sun isn't even visible yet to the panels, I don't think. But it would help to put the glass on the panels. I'm getting voltage, so it just came over the mountain, so I didn't lose anything. We're sticking with that. Put those there because I'm going to need those for the door. Run outside here one more time. Like I said, I don't know when the storms happen here, or the storms happen here, so that one I'm going to bring in. I have this bad habit of putting the wrench in something that I'm taking things out of. There it is. I do it all the time. So, disconnect. Oh. This is going to go in. And we'll put that in here. That one's empty.
Hydration critical.
That one's empty. Yeah, that's what I'm preparing for. I knew that was coming. Let's take this one. I think that's the last one, isn't it? I think so. We'll bring this in so I don't lose any of my supplies. Boom, boom. Head over there with those. Alright. So now I think I'm at the point where I want to reattach the glass here. Yes, let's force it closed for now. This one I do not want to force closed. Now, why am I doing this? Because I want to manually control this going down. Where's it coming in? It's coming in. And evacuate all this freezing cold air out of this room. And it's going to take a little while. but I want to do that anyway. So that one's charged. Do I have another large battery here? That one is the one I'm using. I guess I could temporarily switch those just to get that one charged up. Small battery won't last long. Now this air here is workable. It's nitrogen and oxygen, but I want to get most of this out of here because it's just too darn cold. And I want to drain a tank. Since they gave me 2 oxygen tanks, I want to drain a tank. And ooh, that's even kind of cold, 15 Celsius. I did give you 15 Celsius air. That's workable, but that's a little cold. It's going to take a little while. And meanwhile, let me set this up, get that over there. And this over here, that's where I just normally put it. Like I'm at 13% yet, so I'm okay for now. I gotta get the air out of here. I mean, it doesn't have to be all out, but I want the majority of it out. Got 0 kPa. Is that charged yet? Going up pretty good. Not bad. This one's already at 68%. I think that might be good enough. But I still got some air in here that's minus 151. I'd kind of like to have nil. But I don't think I'm going to have a choice here shortly. This is just going down so slow now. But we're going to count that as good enough. Turn that off. And then open one of these up. And we might even go like 60. And pray that I didn't miss any windows. I think I'm fine. That's off, so we're good.
Power low.
I didn't. Oh, look at that. That's not bad. So they give you pretty good stuff for solar. Up to 9 degrees. So now I'm pretty sure I can take my, not at this pressure, I gotta let the pressure go higher. Once it gets to 20, it's 20 Celsius. Well, why did it do that? Because it's coming out. Interesting. Interesting. Don't ask me. It's 15 degree air, which is already warmed up to 20. Oh, that's the inside of my suit, I'm sorry. Outside it's 13. So now we're at 24. I can take my helmet off. And I can grab... where did I throw the water? It's kind of dark. Where did I throw the water? There's cereal. There's water. Take water. Get rid of that alarm. Put that down because there's more there and might as well eat. Put that down. I was sitting there for a couple seconds to de-stinkify myself. And I still have one good tank. There it is. So we'll take the suit and refill that. I'm out of air in that tank. And we'll drain that. That'll help raise the temperature a little bit. So we're done with that part. This is empty now, I assume. Yep. So I can Get rid of that. It's dark as hell in here, so we're going to put our suit back on. Alright, so we have a breathable atmosphere. I'm able to eat. I have an enclosure. Now, we can fire this up. And hope it goes the right way. Which I think it does, but I need a screwdriver to configure this. And notice it's not a data disk anymore, it's a screwdriver. There's two settings, configuration and operation. It looks like I might be missing some wiring. I am, because I moved it. Not a problem. I can do that from in here one way or another. Yeah, no problem. Let's just bring it in like this. Let's just bring it in like that. There we go. Alright, so exterior, active vent, exterior, so that's correct. Interior active vent, interior, gas sensor, exterior, door exterior, correct? Interior door interior. And then put it to operation and we're good to go. And power. I think we're good. So let's test it, make sure. Cycle. There is one thing I want to change though. And we're going to do that right now. I don't need it to pressurize, so we're going to go back to that. Set that to 0. Otherwise you'll be here forever. Set that to 0. And then go back to operation. Now I won't have to wait for it to pressurize anymore. And we'll run out here real quick just to make sure I didn't forget anything. I got that tank. I don't hardly ever use that. That one's empty. Oops. Yeah, I hope I can fit this in. I must have to throw it in one at a time. Trading supplies. I forgot all about my trading supplies. It's going to be tough to get this in with the doors. Hopefully I don't kill myself. There is a glitch that will eat you alive with these containers if you're not careful. Like that. Drop it. Now that will kill you if you're not careful. Oh my god, I can't get it in. So you know what? I'm not going to fight with it. I should have brought that in earlier. We're just going to do it piece by piece here. That away. That away. And then when I empty now this will just pop right open because I told it I don't need to pressurize. And we'll just drop all. Oop, I don't need to drop that, do I? Oh, I got more money. Can I combine those? Oh, look at that. Now communications, computer, landing pads. So it's going to make the room a little messier, but oh well. So that's everything brought in. I got the basic base started. I need to put that. Where am I going to put my manufacturing? Back here, I assume? Why not? Okay, so I don't want it going outside, but I want it as far back as I can. There we go. Now, thankfully, I have an arc welder. I don't have to worry about welding inside. This is what I wanted to save the sheets for, to make sure I had enough for that. And I'll need coils. And I need to put those back plastic sheets. Drop those. And I need the screwdriver. And there we go. Now, as long as I have enough cables to get back to that point, and I got 50, so I do. I couldn't put them up here, but then, you know, I want to put other stuff by the doorway. So we'll do it this way. And I'll just go straight back. See if I can do this without moving things. Looks like I can. When's a good time to turn? I guess I'll follow the seam back. You're going to have to put these cables down eventually anyway. Once you do it from the start, you might as well do it. Alright, so now I got that there. Now there's the arc furnace. That has to go outside, so I would like to put a frame. We'll take that, take the frames, go outside. Power's on this side, so I'll go ahead and move the thing I just set down because it's always in the way. It's just empty now. We can throw that away eventually too. So we'll put a frame. Put a frame here. That's going to have to be fixed. Eventually. Now we'll take this nose, and that'll about run me out of frames. Okay, I'm not going to worry about that right now. That hole's going to drive me crazy, but that's a later fix. I got to get going on some cores here. There's the power, input, output. We'll put it right there. Cables. Run it from along the wall, maybe? After I get around here? Yeah, we'll just go around. Another waste of cables, but for now, since I have the cables, I'm not going to sweat it too much. And I should just be able to... Is that connected? Gotta go in. I'll just go straight ahead. 1, 2. Now this is discharging because of the door. Hopefully it is blue, so we're okay. So there's the furnace hooked up. At this point, I should take this. It's probably safer to leave it in there now until I go back in and get... Oh, the crate. I was like, what's over there? Well, here's another crate. There you go, have another one. So I guess I'm at the point where I can stop here. The base is set up. I got a good starting base. A few solar panels aimed in the correct direction. And everything seems to be maintaining charge. So even with just the 3 at night with the 3 wind turbines. So the breeze seems kind of steady, which is good. So that means I can avoid more solar panels and just put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more wind turbines to start with, because they don't get damaged in storms. Well, these will. They'll be ripped apart and I'll be out here constantly repairing them. So there you go. Set up on Baldur. I'm going to pronounce it that way, Baldur. I don't know exactly how. Everything's inside, with the exception of 1 tank of nitrogen, which I am, liquid nitrogen, which I am not bringing into my base. But I can solve that. Let's go with having everything off the lander. And I can solve that by going into my hydroponics, I think it is. Yep, there they are. And split that. Split. Drop 1. So outside the temperature is 14 degrees in there. I do need to get some silicone and insulate those pipes. I do not have any insulated pipes. And I guess we'll just put this right on the outskirts here. As long as it's anchored, the storms won't do anything to it. And there comes the sun. So we'll... Almost thought that I'd put my wrench somewhere again. Whew. Yeah, let's throw around the liquid nitrogen. Alright, so I gotta go up here and kind of push that on there. It's a pain. You can get the jetpack. Go up just a tick. Then just straight drop it. There we go. Okay, so that is secured now. As we say in the Navy, secured. Now everything is off the lander. So I would like to save this, and I probably will in the next episode. I will build a wall structure around this, just so I don't have to use the other tracking device, because if you go here and put that in there, and then bring this down, that is an automatic tracking. It'll take you back to your base until it gets destroyed, and then it of course no longer does. So there you go. Base setup, pretty easy. Enjoyable so far. Now I gotta find ores, which I will do at the beginning of the next episode, and I'll fast forward through it because there's some up there, so there's some on the hill. I don't see much on this flat plain. There's some over there. And I don't know if there's any ice or what's on this planet. So far, though, no glitches, really. That's pretty good. There's oxide. But yeah, it doesn't look like it's going to be too bad. There you go. Navy Old Salt Gamer. Again, subscribe and like, and I'll continue this series. I am going to work on making this a more elaborate base, more fancy. I don't do round stuff. I do have, I believe it's called the tube mod. I just don't like the way it works. I mean, it's very complicated until you get used to it. I know Cows Are Evil uses it all the time. It's just really hard to work with. And there's some other things I want to try on this one, so we'll go with that. You have a good day.